Hello everybody, welcome to part 7 of this 900 pre-decimal penny hunt. I'm going to make this the last part, so there'll be 7 parts altogether. The rest of the pennies are hidden under there. I don't know what they are. I don't want to know what they are. I don't like spoilers, so I'll see them the same time as you see them. What you need to do is comment on all 7 videos, then I'll pick one of the videos at random. I'll pick a comment from that video from the YouTube comment picker, and the person who made that comment will win everything down here. There's quite a lot of the old Victorian ones still to find, and obviously the rarer ones, the 1918H, the 1919 KN, 1953, 50 and 51. But prioritising that will be my Whitman albums. Any pennies I haven't got or upgrades will go in there first, and only coins going in here are ones I find in these hunts. Oh yeah, I've got these foreign coins, Commonwealth coins, territory coins, and there's a few halfpennies and a farthing. They're all part of the giveaway as well. Okay, let's grab a handful. Starting with 1962. There's a 1907, so that will be Edward VII. 1930, George V. There's another Edward VII. That's a 1902. As you can see there, it's not a low tide variety, but I think it's probably better than the one I've got on the board. That's the one. Let's have a look, compare it. Well, I just found, yeah, shield, a little bit more detail in the shield there, definitely on that side. On reverse, let's have a look on the obverse. Yeah, definitely a little bit better, so it's a slight upgrade there for the 1902. Let's carry on. 1964. Elizabeth II, and there's a look how horrible that is. 1882. I can't even read it, it's so horrible. 1882. We have got an 1882, and obviously it's better than that. Well, they are now going in the dirty mug. I've got my dirty coin mug here, Makamula mug, and I'm putting all my dirty coins in there for people who want to clean them. I'm also going to add the horrible cleaned up ones as well. Carrying on, 1945, 1938, there's a 1964, and there is, it's French Napoleon III, 1856, so that would be a 10 centimes, 10 centimes, and that's not very good condition. I think we've got one, it might even be a 1956, an 1856, let me check. That will be in the French pile. That one there. I think that's 1856 as well. Yeah, that's a shame. Different date would have been nice. Obviously that one is much better. That one was already down there. Is that the same mint mark as well? A. Yeah, same mint mark as well. Oh well, no upgrade there. So I'll put that one back and that one back. Right, where did I put the ones? There we go. Let's carry on with these. A few left. George V. Oh, my hands are so cold I can't grip them. That's a 1912, and that looks like it's got some varnish or something on it. So that's going to go in the dirty mug. There's a 1912, and that has got a mint mark on it. That has got H mint mark. There we go. H4 Heaton. But we have already got one. Let me just check the quality of the one on the board. Grab it. There it is. Oh, not a lot in it, is there? I think the one I've found, this one, could be slightly better, so I'll upgrade it with that one. There we go. 1912. H for Heaton. And we've got an 1892. Let's have a check of the 1892. Where is it? 1891, 1892. Oh, that's better, isn't it? You can actually read the word one on the one I've just found. It's Victoria's. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Another slight upgrade. Let's get that back down there. That one can go in there. Right, 3 more. 1910, so that would be Edward VII. 1916. and it's not a recessed ear type. That's common. And the last one in the first handful is 1900 Victoria, but we do have a better one than that. Okay. Actually, there's this guy in Nelson Mandela Heights, I don't know if you know him, Derek Trotter. He wants me to go round there and have a little talk about money with him and his mates. Is it alright if I bring these and talk about these, Dal?
I don't mean talk about your bloody coin collection, do I?
Oh, I see. Finance, that kind of money. No, you need Martin Lewis, mate, not me. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Right, we have got 1912. There is no mint mark on that one. I've got a better one than that anyway. 64. And there's a 1912 with an H mint mark. You see there, but that one's been polished, hasn't it? It's shined up. Yep, clearly got an H for Heaton mint mark, but someone's had a go at polishing that in the past, so that can go in the dirty mug. There's a George VI, 1938. Victoria there, 1899. Do have a better condition one than that though. 1938, George VI. There's a 1930. There's an old one. 1873. 1873, yeah. It's Victoria. Oh dear, that's dreadful condition. Do we need an 1873 though? Yep. Actually got another one for the board. Lovely. Oh, at least we've got one. There's an 1895. You're looking for a big gap between the trident and the letter P in penny, but I can tell straight away that's a small gap. So that's a common one, known as a 1mm gap. The one we're looking for is called a 2mm gap. That's a common one. There's 1962. There's George V again, 1918, but we've got no mint mark on that. George V again, 1921. 1929, and the last one in this handful is a 1938. I just put them in the checked pile, and this one flipped over. I didn't check this side, did I? I didn't check the obverse, so that's... I don't know what that is. It's going in the dirty mug. Okay. 1913, King George V. Got that one. 1937. There's a 1900 Victoria, a bit battered that one. 1906, Edward the 7th. There's a 1962. Another Victoria, 1901. There's a 1919. Are we going to have a mint mark there? Doesn't look like it. No. Afraid not. Still looking for that KN. There's another coin with a bit battered out of it. 1909. Edward the 7th. There's a 1920. There is an ultra rare 1920 you can find, and you need to go and have a look at my video for that. I can tell by looking at this area here it's not a rare one. I've got a link below. Have you got a rare 1920 penny? There is a 1963. And 1936, 1945, come on, 1928, 1964, and the last one is 1936. I've had some comments, a few people have said, mostly from the States, they've said, why are your pennies so big? Our penny coins, 1 cent coins, are much smaller. How on earth do you cope with them being this big? Well, they're not current. We haven't used these coins since 1971, so well over 50 years now. I'll show you what we use now as a penny. That is it, 1 penny, and this one I think is 2020. Yep, 2020, and if we compare it, you'll see, oh dear, look, and it's not even bronze now. These are bronze. This is steel, copper-plated steel. If you're not familiar with British currency, you're probably thinking, what on earth is that on there? Well, it's meant to be part of a royal shield. Let me show you what I mean. So what I'll do, I'll put that penny down there, something like that, and try and superimpose the other coins over the top. Well, there you can see it. It makes up, honestly, it's supposed to make up the royal shield. So if you squint and stand back and have a little bit of imagination, you can actually see a shield there. You can, honestly, look. Now, this has been going on for 14 years, this rubbish. We have a new monarch now, so hopefully the definitives, which is the standard reverse of a coin, it's called a definitive, will change. We'll have something a little bit more exciting than this. And they don't even circulate every coin every year, so if you want the complete shields for every year, you've got to buy them separately, or the full sets for the Royal Mint. Business is business, I suppose. Another question I get asked a lot is, why does it only go back to 1860? Surely there were pennies around before then. Well, they were, but these are made from bronze. The ones before that were solid copper and were much bigger. So this is one, I've got my hand here, 1934, and this one was a copper version which existed before. This one's 1858, I think. 1858, and you can see the size of it. Let's compare it. Almost twice as thick and much bigger, solid copper. They were withdrawn more or less straight away in 1860. They were a legal tender to the end of the 1860s, but they tend to vanish quite quickly and were all melted down. Well, not all of them, obviously. Some people kept them for collections. This is why they still exist. They got very expensive to make, being that size. They used a lot of copper. And copper is softer than bronze, so they tended to wear down quite quickly. And they were rife with adverts. People used to stamp them with their company names or products. But as I say, some still obviously exist and are very collectible. And I'm very unlikely to find any in these batches. This one, 1858, probably could get about £20–25 for that in that condition. And the penny from 1797, known as the cartwheel penny, it was even bigger. Some more. Okay, 1938, King George VI. Shiny one, 1966. We do have a very nice 66 down there. There's a 1946. You're looking for the little dash after the letter E in one. I'll put a little image on the other side. There we go, that's what you're looking for. And if you find one in this condition, about £40 they're selling for, £40–45. There's a little bit of a strange mark on the edge there, but I think that's damage. So woodworm or something, doesn't it? I think that's just been damaged afterwards. There's a 1910, Edward VII, George V there. 1919, still looking for the mint mark there, but not there. We've got the H, we want the KN mint mark. There's a 1915, and it's not recessed here, as you can see. There's no broken tooth up the top there. There's a 1919 again, come on, is there? No, sadly not, no mint mark. 1900 Victoria, got a better one than that. 1938, there's a Victoria. 1894, but that's not as good as the one on the board. No. Edward VII there again. 1906. There's a 1900. That's a bit grubby, isn't it? I can go in there. Okay, 1964. There's a Victoria, 1899. I thought it was 1869 for a minute, but sadly no, 1889, and we do have a much better one than that. And 1944. In the last video, number 6, you remember I found this coin with a little bit of damage to it. There we go. It was full of dirt, and I cleaned it out as much as I dare, but I don't want to clean it any more than that. So I think it's some kind of lamination error. You can see everything there. There's nothing missing, but you can see the design underneath the damage. So I think it was a damaged planche or a damaged blank before it was actually struck. Now on the right, it's a lamination error that was sent to me by Pre-Decimal Dan, Mr. Dan Parker, a couple of years ago now. That's the same effect really. And you can still read the date there, 1918. So it must have been struck on a damaged blank to start with, I think. Can't see any damage on the obverse, so I think it wasn't damaged after it was minted. And it's the same with this one, no damage on the obverse. So I think it was minted onto a damaged blank. There's still quite a few pennies left in here. Maybe I should have split it up into 2 more videos, but it's going to be the last video now. So this is the final part, number 7. Okay, George VI, 1937. George V, 1920, looking for the rare type. I can see by where the colons are there, it's not the rare type. Link below. 1945, there's a Victoria. 1898. Oh, a little bit of sellotape or something stuck over there in the past, so that can go in there. 1921. There's an Edward VII and 1910. There's an old Victoria. Come on, be one we haven't got. 1863. We've got an 1863. No, it's just the normal looking 3, and there's no little die mark underneath the 8 and the 6. I've just done a video on have you got a rare 1863 penny. The link will be below. That's a common one and it's bad condition. I've got a better one than that. 1909. And another Edward here. There's 1910. 1913. So, it's not dirty enough to go in the dirty mug, that one. Another 1921. There's a 1912. And there's another jersey. Another liberated. 1/12 of a shilling. Minted to commemorate Jersey being liberated at the end of the Second World War, May the 9th, 1945. Oh, and this time it's an Elizabeth. Ah, right. Let me go, grab the other one. In with these jerseys, I should have... that's it. Right, let's have a look at both of those. Put them back there for a minute. There we are. There's a reverse of both of them. I can't see any difference there at all. Does anybody know of any difference? Don't think there is. I think they're identical, but the one I've just found is the Elizabeth, and this one would be George VI. Now the George VI one was minted in either 1949, 1950 or 1952, and the Elizabeth one was minted in 1954. It's a shame they couldn't have put the mintage date somewhere on the coin, but they didn't. To buy these two together in that condition, probably £5 to buy those. So they're going to be part of the giveaway. So they can go down there with the other jersey ones. 3 more in my hand here. 1917. 1918. It's not got a mint mark there, has it? Nope. There's a Victoria. 1891, but we have a better one than that. Ooh, I felt something small then, so there's a smaller coin coming up in there somewhere. 1901. There's a 1912. Has that got no mint mark? Oh, I think it has, yeah. Just about see an H there. Let's give it a quick rub. Yeah, but we've got a better one than that. 1906, Edward VII. 1921, that's what I felt, farthing. 1942. So I've got a 1940 down there. So that's a 1940 and a 1942 now. Getting to the bottom now, so the smaller ones are going to the bottom. 1939. There is a 65. But we do have a better condition one than that. Right, 1916. Is that a recessed ear? It could be. Yeah, it is. You can see the ear has been recessed. So you should see a little broken tooth or a broken bead. At the top there, yep, quite clearly. Follow the colon up. And You can see that broken tooth there. But we have got a better one than this. So I'll put that to one side. I've already got a better one on the board than that. They're not that hard to find. 1939. Oh, there's another jersey. This time 1660 to 1960. That's to commemorate 300 years since Charles II, there he is, Charles II, came to the throne. Another small one coming up, 1935, that one. Oh, there's another farthing. This George V farthing this time. 1919. You don't get mint marks on the farthings, but that's very nice. And you can even see a little bit of ghosting on it. See the king's head coming through the coin. The other side. But that's another one for the giveaway then. 3 farthings now. What we've got here, 1904. Do have one already. That's 66. 1938 and 62. I've got a few shout outs for new members to the channel. There's O'Connor McGee, thank you very much for becoming a member. We've got Damo, thank you very much Damo. And Thomas Young, thank you very much. Only 99p a month. If you want to become a member of the channel, just click on that join button. If not, the link's in the description below. Okay. And the first penny is, unfortunately not a penny, it's a halfpenny. It's a halfpenny, 1933. Never mind, we'll get that down there with the other halfpennies there. Not worth a fortune that one, I'm afraid, only a few pence, but it's another different one. There's a 1910. 1963. There's a dirty one. 1940. For the 1940, you're looking for a single line on the exerg line. See the lines above the date? There's a double line, like a tram line. If you find a single one, it's a little bit scarcer than the double one. Not much, but I do find them quite regularly. I don't mention it that much because it's not that collectible. And I can't pronounce exerg line either. 1918. 1899. There's a 1949. 63. 1945. Oh, what's this? Oh, look at that. What's that? 20 Rees. 1883. Portugal. D lose I. Someone want to translate that for me. That's not in bad condition for 1883. 20 Rees. That looks like oak that side. I don't know what this is. Is it willow or something? Or that's a nice coin. That's another one for the giveaway. It's a different one anyway. Portugal. Alright. 1913. Strange little mark down by the date there, but I don't think it's anything. Focus it. Nah, nothing. Just a little bit of damage. There's a 1900. There's another farthing. 1922. That's not in bad condition for a 22. You can see the BM at the bottom of the king's head there by the designer, Bertram McKennell. Quite clear. Oh, there's another farthing. Is that 3 or 4 now? 4. 4 farthings. 1920. And I can tell by the colon there it's not the rare type. 1965. 1901. And last one in this handful is a 1915. Is that a recessed ear type? No, standard. Getting harder to pick up now. Okay, there, Victoria. 1899. 1932. 1917. I can feel a small one. Oh, it's a halfpenny. But this penny is a 1921. There's a halfpenny. That's 1921. Yep, 1921, but terrible condition. Really bad. But if you are looking for a date run, there's a 1921. Coin with a hole in it coming up. Edward the 7th there, 1902, and that is a high tide. It's not a rare low tide. Or scarce. Another 1898. There's the one with a hole in it. Old Victoria. Oh, 1860. Awful condition, but 1860. That's the first of the bronze coins. I wonder if that's why it got a hole drilled in it. People couldn't believe how small the penny was and decided to wear it around the neck for a little while. Certainly circulated a long time by the state of it. But it's another one. There we go. 1860. Lovely. There's a 1916, and that is not a recessed ear. 1938, George VI. Bit of dirt there. And a bit of dirt there. 1920, let me just check it's not ultra rare. No. Oh, and there's another halfpenny. 1948, George VI. So that's another one to go down there. Oh, it's got another Jersey one coming up. What's this? 1957, is it? 1957 Jersey. So that can go with the other jerseys down there. Right, we have... that's a South African 1943 penny. And that ship is the Dromedaeus. George VI Rex Imperator. The Dromedaeus. And that can go there. What's the other one? 1942. So it's 40. Just make sure. Yeah, 43 and a 42 it was. You can go back down there. Right. 1963. 1902. Again, that is another high tide. Yep. Another common one. And 1930. I think one more handful after this, and that should be it. Right, George VI, 1938. 1939. There's 1907, Edward the 7th. There's a 1912, and that's definitely, no, I don't think so. No mint mark on that one. 1901 Victoria. There's a really dirty one there. Oh, what's that? A bit of paint. Dropped it now. Come here. Yeah, it's a bit of paint or something. Crayon. But you know where it's going. And there's another halfpenny. 1926. So we've got 26. I can't remember what's down there. Let's have a look. No, the George V was 21, 33, 29. So this one, 26, is another one. Another one for the date run anyway. So there, George V. So we've got George VI and Elizabeth as well. And there is Victoria. 1868. That's a harder to come by date, 1868. It's in awful condition. I think it's a 68, it's not 63, is it? Definitely in 1868. Terrible condition, but it is another one for the board. Nice. 1899, Victoria. 1915, is that going to be recessed here? It's certainly not. 1910. 62. My hands are so cold I can only hold these coins. 1938. There's a 1911. Now, for the 1911, looking for the what is known as a hollow neck, Gobi X type. The back of the neck would have a hollow in it just there, just the same as this, but here as well. That's just a standard one. And it's a bit grubby as well, isn't it? A bit dirty, so in there it goes. There's a 1910. 1934. Another 1910, Edward the 7th. And another Edward the 7th, 1906. Okay, last handful coming up. Now I've got to tip this box up to dig them out of there. That's it. You're in a good shake. No more in there. This is it. And there's some small ones in there. Straight away, we've got a halfpenny. What's that? 1910. Terrible condition. It's the first Edward the 7th halfpenny though. So there's a few halfpennies in this hunt. Anyway, put that one down there with them. Right, 1918. Is it going to be a mint mark for us? No. There's a 29. A bit of damage on that one. 1921. There's a 1918. Come on. No. 64. 1945. There's a 1913. 1904. There's an farthing. What's this? 1917. That's not bad condition for 1917 farthing, actually. That very good condition. So that's another one. I'll put that down there. I'm getting lots down there now. I'll have to sort all these out when I'm finished. Right, 1908. 1927. So that's another halfpenny. 1929. I think we've already got a 1929 halfpenny. Put it down there with those for now. Oh, look at the state of that. 1916, but yuck. There's a 1900. Actually, that 1900, I think, let me just put these down. I've looked at that 1900. I seem to remember it being pretty poor. Oh, that's better, yeah. So let's just get that out of the way. And that is a little bit of an upgrade, not a lot, but a little bit. Right, a few more. Another 1900. It's not quite as good anyway. 1931. 1938. And oh look, there's two farthings there. Let the last one be a penny, because it's supposed to be a penny hunt. 1940, which I know we've already got a 1940 down there, and a 41. If we've got a 41 or not. But the very last one in this batch of pennies is, oh, it's not a penny, it's a halfpenny. It's a 1957 halfpenny. And is it a calm sea? No, it's a rough sea. It's a common halfpenny. Oh well, the last one in this penny hunt was a halfpenny. That can go down there. Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go and get another couple of coins. There's a 1918H and there is a 1953. I'll add those because I've got a few spares of each of those now. That can go there and that can go there. There we go. And the rest, well, that is it. Okay, now I'll sort out these and see what we've got. Remove the duplicates and see what's left. There's 6 different ones from Jersey, 1923, 57, 64, 66 and the 2 different ones from 1945. The Irish ones were all different anyway, so we've got 1928, 35, 43, 52, 63, 64 and 65. There's 2 from Australia, 1936 and 1943, and 1, 1947 from New Zealand. A couple of French coins, 1856 and 1900, and 2 Italian 10 centimes. They're both 1866, but I've got different mint marks. There's 2 South African pennies, 1942 and 1943, and this 1883 coin from Portugal. There's also this squashed 5 centimes and a German token. And there's all the different halfpennies and farthings there. So there we are, that's everything there, and I'll probably add a few more bits to it as well. So what have you got to do to win all this? Well, I'll tell you one more time then. There's 7 videos, this is the last one. Make sure you comment on all those 7 videos. Then I will pick a video at random. I'll probably do it in about 2 weeks' time. And from that video, I'll pick a comment at random using the YouTube comment picker, and that person will get all this lot. Help me out, please make sure you're subscribed and you click that like button. If you click that like button, that really helps. That's absolutely free. Subscribing's absolutely free. The next video will be the members giveaway. That's for a full set of Olympic 50p's. If you're not a member, you won't see that one though. Until then, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you very much for watching. Oh, the dirty cut. Nowhere near half full yet, so I'll carry on with that when I do my next penny hunt.